Wonder why your vocals sound thin, flat, or just amateur? It's not your plugins, it's your layering. And if your vocal doesn't hit, people will skip, no matter how good the track is. I'll show you 3 layers that instantly make your lead sound pro, plus the exact effects I use to add polish. But first, here's the mistake almost every beginner misses. You think one vocal track equals a finished lead, but that's just not true. And unless you're Adele, a solo vocal track sounds kind of naked in the mix. So here's the fix and how to picture it inside Logic. Send your lead vocal to 2 bus tracks. One, try busting out some reverb and delay. The other, maybe add some light distortion, chorus, or whatever flavor you want. You're not just like aimlessly adding effects here, you're trying to layer textures. Because now look what we got here. Yes, it's just that lead vocal track, but on top of that, we also have this spacey effects track that we've added as a bus, and this color or grit layer track too. So yes, it's still that lead vocal track, but it's kind of like actually 3 tracks moving as one. And this isn't groundbreaking. It's just leveraging bus tracks, but it's really helpful for beginners to realize this. Like when you're adding a bus track, you're essentially sending all that sound or duplicating that sound and having it run through another track with its own plugins on it. So you can now mix each one independently for a more richer dynamic sound. But all of this does assume that you are sending the full signal at 0.0 dB on the send itself. So now the lead vocal on its own can go from this.
Felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man.
To this.
Felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man.
Now let's talk about a classic trick John Lennon actually used because he really disliked the sound of his own voice. So John would actually double track his vocals to add that depth, width, and texture. And honestly, it still works amazingly well today. It's done all the time in pop music. You have to try this. But to pull it off, you need to follow these steps. Step 1, record your own vocal twice, same tone, same timing. I usually do 2 takes in pan, 1 left and 1 right for that width. Step 2, clean them up, tighten the timing, remove breaths, clean up that noise in between your vocal. Step 3 is to smooth out the edges. You can actually DS a little bit harder on the doubles so that sibilance doesn't pop out as much. And you could add those fade ins and fade outs if needed. The goal here isn't really to actually let the audience hear multiple voices. It's to create one thick, rich lead made of layers. So here's what it sounds like before.
Felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man.
And now with the doubles.
Felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man.
Okay, let's take it up another level. Talk about harmonies. This is where your vocal actually starts to tell a story. This just adds even more dimension, emotion, and impact. And I know what you might be thinking, like, I don't know harmony, it's too hard. And you don't actually have to be a harmony wizard, so don't worry, you actually have 3 options. Option 1, you can use AI tools like Suno. They will actually just create the harmony for you. Option 2, you can try using plugins like the Waves Doubler to create those harmonies based on your original lead vocal as a plugin. And then option 3, you can actually use Logic Pro's Flex Pitch and just create the harmonies from your own lead by using your ear. So once you've got your harmonies in place, you can try to play with that space. You can either push them back with a big reverb or to create that distance and width, or you can keep them dry and upfront and intimate. The point here is just to not make them like pretty. They need to support the emotional arc of the song. And not all songs need harmonies, but they often really fit well when they're mixed in well. Like here's a simple arrangement idea to build energy with harmonies. You have the verse, maybe it's just your lead vocal only, and then the pre-chorus, maybe you can sneak harmony in. Then in the chorus, you have your full stack, leads, doubles, and harmonies. So it actually sounds like this, and your chorus feels like it matters.
Felt so alone, man. Felt so alone.
And also, here's a weird little cheat code, but it works. You can take your vocal and pitch it up or down 12 semitones and then blend it quietly under the original. It sounds kind of wild, right? And it also can totally give you that like chipmunk or demon vibe at first. But if you just tuck them underneath in the right way, it sometimes can add that airy or shadowy texture that cuts through that mix in a surprising way. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it sounds cool. And if you want maybe a more subtle way to get that layer tone, you can try using the formant shifting plugin by Sound Toys. It's the Alter Boy one, and actually you can change the tone of the vocal without changing the pitch. Great for adding that low end ghost layer.
Never faded, standing on the mountain of truth.
None of these layers, doubles, harmonies, or whatever, are going to work if your vocal recording is weak to begin with, or you've even actually produced them in a wrong way. So watch this video here. I'm going to walk you through how to fix a beginner vocal in under 5 minutes, step by step. You're going to hear the difference instantly. It's actually surprising. And your next session, you'll be able to totally avoid these mistakes. It's a good one. I'll see you there.